Little Mendota, you might not be a big bred this year. I'm thinking she needs to be cycling and she ain't doing nothing. She's got a giant follicle over there, but she's not doing anything else. Okay. Same old story, just a new day, same freaking thing. Nothing. We're done with her. We're going. We're done.
How many people you have managing or helping manage your ranch?
So I don't have anybody helping me manage my ranch. I have Carlos that does all the freaking work, and I do all the management. Does that make sense? So yeah. So anyways, we keep it. I keep it pretty slim. We could probably use a couple more people, but it seems like the more people I employ, the more crap I got to pay to get tore up. So Carlos is as good as three guys. So Carlos is my man.
That one, the colt, we had a video on not too long ago. Did you ever come up with a name on that?
No, that we hadn't named that colt yet. I'll probably need to name him. I figure this here in a couple, 2-3 months, this fall, I'm gonna start riding him. He's pretty big, so I'm gonna try to get. Well, as soon as I start riding him, I think we'll probably have a colt naming contest or something like that.
Using the Ludolice, how much do you give?
So Ludolice or prostaglandin, we use 2 cc's. It's in the muscle, and what it'll last. So you knock the seal out. So you say you give the shot on Thursday, your horse should be a breeder next Wednesday, so 6 days away, with 2 cc's with a horse. Now you do a cow or deer, it's 5 cc's. Then you'll see your horse would break out in a big sweat after you give the shot, and that's kind of the MO.
We've had a video in the past. Do you train your own catalogs?
The buffalo don't make a good livestock to train your dog with. They're too aggressive. Normally what I do most of my training with would be I got Barbados sheep. That's kind of my MO where I go to is train with them. Okay, Carlos, bring her in. This little colt is going to roan out now. Those colts where he's really white, that's just where you see where a mare bit him. That's where he got in the wrong pen and a mare bit him. So that's just where he got the hair knocked off of him. But it's funny how you can see every tooth mark in there where that mare bit him on the butt. So this mare here should be, I hope she's about 12 days pregnant today. So this mare here, she's not a clone, but she's out of a clone. So that goes back to, well, this is what we were trying to get the Quarter Association to register, was these. Now you can still show them in NCHA events and stuff like that. And so I actually made the finals on this one in the futurity. But she's not a clone, but she's out of a clone. She's an offspring clone. She's out of Ruby 2 and then out of Metallic Cat.
How'd you get started in ranching?
How'd I get started in ranching? I've always, my granddad was always kind of into ranching. Of course, I always wanted to go work for him. He would never let me go work for him. He always made me go work for other people. So I always had jobs lined up, even in high school, in college, where I was working for other people. And that's kind of how I go. Oh yeah, she's pregnant. Whoop, hang on a minute. Let me see. Okay, so that's the uterus. Right there. It's a little round deal. That's 12-day pregnancy. So this is the mare that you saw. We on the last video we were on, she had a big follicle, and I gave her a shot of Bruce Allen to make him ovulate. And then the following day was the day we were going to breed her. So this is that same mare from the last video. So we're 12 days since she ovulated, and so that's where we're at. So she's bred. Good deal. Go home.
So here's one for you. Do you ever wear chaps?
We call them Chaps, and you got different kinds of Chaps, and I wear a shotgun Chap. So shotguns are the ones that are tight all the way down. A lot of the younger kids these days wear these batwing Chaps, and I wear them outside all the time, more in the wintertime than I do in the summertime, just to keep my legs warm. But we wear Chaps. We do not, used to back in the 80s, we wore what we call chinks. And so chinks were like, right, they come to you right there. you couldn't strap a pair of chinks on me today. If I don't know, I'd put up a pretty good fight. I can't believe I actually wore chinks. It's embarrassing that I've actually got videos of me wearing chinks. So I wear shotguns just like the old timers did, and they work for me, and that's kind of my deal. So yeah, so the answer is yes. I wear shotguns all the time, less in the summer than in the winter.
If you made honey from alfalfa bloom, would that help with allergies if you ate that honey?
Yeah, any kind of local honey. So, like say, if you're allergic to alfalfa or whatever wildflowers, if you're eating honey from your local area, then it'll build up your immunity to the pollen that you're normally allergic to. So, my dad was a doctor here in Canadian, and he had 46,000 patients in Canadian, and he was an allergy specialist, and that's exactly what he did. Was he would low dose people with whatever they're allergic to, and he came up with this a long time ago. I mean, this is before that thought was around. So, so that's the best way to build up immunity to whatever you're allergic to is eat local honey.
Does cloning have higher risk of disease?
A clone horse is just like any other horse. It's an identical twin. So people ask silly questions about clone horses like, can you pick the sex? No, you're making an identical twin. So if you're cloning a mare, you don't get a mare. Are they sterile? No, they're a friggin' horse. They're an identical twin. They're just like any other horse. So most of the time it is no. Now, do clones have problems? Yeah, just like all horses have problems, but it's not necessarily because of cloning. If that makes sense.
If someone was interested in a horse or something, is there any way to contact you, or do you do that?
Yeah, so we're working on a website. We've been, like I said earlier, we've been super busy, but we are working on a website that's going to have horses available on there and other things off the ranch. We've got some items, ranch items. If y'all are interested, we'll eventually have caps and challenge coins, and what else we have, antlers, and we had all kinds of cool stuff we're going to be selling on the website. So that is in the works, and so the horses will be available on there too.
Did that big fire that happened a few months back, did that affect any of your deer or wildlife?
It doesn't seem to have affected the deer much at all. I'm sure it affected some of the wildlife, but I haven't noticed any problem. I haven't seen any dead deer. Mendota Max, I've been posting pictures of him. He's good. The deer look good, so I would say no. I guess it didn't.
Does the stallion or mare play a bigger factor in producing a good body and conformation?
Yeah, that's a no. That's a no-brainer. The mare is 75% of the deal. Always will be. So that's why a mare is so valuable to me. So. Yeah, I say my opinion is a mare is 75% of the deal, and so you want a really good mare. If you got a junk mare, you're gonna have a junk colt. Carlos, this one's she's kind of trying to do something, man. Not today. So, but she's got a 25 millimeter follicle. What's today? Wednesday. So let's check her Friday. Okay. That's all we got to check Friday. She's blowing y'all a kiss. Okay, that's it. Is that where we close, on the kiss? All right, so I think that kind of wraps us up for the Q&A. But here's some info for the future. What we're thinking about doing is, instead of doing a weekly video, maybe back off to doing a bi-weekly or once a month. I don't know. I'd like to see y'all's comments. It just kind of seemed like the channel's kind of getting stale, where we're not really going, getting a bunch of followers like we were, or subscribers like we were. So we want to keep it fresh, and maybe if we have more time to work on videos, we can keep that. But anyways, I'd sure appreciate y'all's input on what y'all think we should do, weekly or just maybe bi-weekly or I don't know, something. All right. Thanks as always. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your buddies. See you.